Welcome back to another episode. Oh God. We are horrible. We're horrible people.
That is the state of the United States
Yeah.
as we speak.
Oh my gosh. What is going on in the world?
Did you see before? Well, I guess it's just all part of it. Did you see the what was that? You know if you hit the mute button, it'll unmute, right?
What is going on in the world?
I saw this. I don't know if you've been seeing on your algorithm the Project Anchor thing, conspiracy that's going on around there.
What is that? I think I may have heard it.
On August 12th, 2026, they're expecting the Earth to lose gravity for 7.3 seconds.
You should see the intern's face. She's like,
yeah, it was like all over my algorithm today.
Another conspiracy?
Yeah, and I think that's the date about like a big solar eclipse. But they're saying that some black hole stuff and the waves that come through and it's going to knock out gravity for 7.3 seconds, which would cause about 40 million in casualties because we'd all fly hundreds of feet in the air because there's no gravity. So anything not anchored down would cause everything to fly way up, and then when 7 seconds are up, it would crash back to the ground and would cause massive casualty and mayhem and chaos.
Like all the other stuff that did never
Yeah,
happen.
like, so since the spaceship...
How dare you? Some of that conspiracy stuff did happen.
Well, the spaceship and all,
yeah.
all the mass hysteria.
Let me call Gail and Katy Perry. Hold on.
Hey, Kim Kardashian, what do we do about this gravity?
Kim K, hold on.
Maybe we can have Sydney. Oh wait, we can't.
No, Sydney Sweeney's not involved in that stuff.
No, those globes are perfectly fine the way they are. You hear that people are like, she's got a wide, big neck, she's got a big face, she's got to be trans.
Oh my God. Can people just stop?
No, they really can't. They really, really can't. They're reaching. We're just done. I was thinking about that today. That's why I'm glad, like, we just do our thing and go to the markets and go to these conventions and other things, because it's like, we got a few years left. I was thinking about it, like, with this ICE stuff and everything, and, Tim Walz is wanting to pit the National Guard against federal agents. So basically he's calling for treason because he's calling for them to go against the commander-in-chief and the federal government.
Yeah.
And we're already in a civil war. We're just not shooting guns at each other. But I thought about it. We're done, and I don't have kids. I don't have anyone, and so it's like, I don't care. I'm at the point where it's like, for you people that are young, that are like have kids, and you might want to do something to try to bring people together, because I don't give a shit. I'm like getting morbid. I'm like, let's tear it all down.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like, you talking about that conspiracy, like a black hole? I'm like, just take us. Please, just take us all. Like,
we don't deserve it anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, I know this is bad because I was talking to my mom, and she was talking about how in the 60s, how with the race riots, the Watt riots, the Vietnam War, the gay rights movement, the civil rights movement, with Harvey Milk and all that stuff in San Francisco as far as the gay rights, and bra burning and book burning and all this, and there was fighting and riots, and there was gas shortage lines and everything. She goes, this isn't the first time.
It's a cycle.
Great Depression, we went through the same thing. People were fighting back, Prohibition, all that stuff. So, I mean, it's not like this isn't new, but it's
just seems extreme.
Well, what's hard, and I think what makes it most difficult is the fact that these little things, like what you're holding right now, creates, because it's creating what's happening in like 10% of the world, and it's making it seem like it's everywhere all the time. Like the shoot at Renee Good, and the guy got shot in the eye with a rubber bullet, and the quote disabled girl who got dragged out. Yeah, I'm disabled because that's what they teach them to say.
Oh yeah, they're not.
There's like 5 or 6 instances, and it's like it's a country of 340 million people, and you're finding 5 or 6 examples, and you're hitting every algorithm every 10 minutes, and it makes it seem like cities are burning, cities are on fire, and everyone's upset. And it's like, well, no,
what is real?
It's just a few pockets of people, but that's just all they show.
But it really has come to that, because remember, like, right before you got here, like a couple hours before, I was like, I'm so tired of this.
Yeah, you texted
and
that.
I'm over it. like
Over
this
all
whole
the
ice thing.
Yeah.
You know, we can't even like. It's just everyone's so fucking sensitive, and I'm not saying that. Oh, like what's horrible? It's horrible that people are being dragged down and stuff like that. But a time and a place, and this lovely thing right here says "fuck around and find out," because why? Literally, you have people in office saying, "Use your body for activism."
Mm-hmm.
Why would I use my body for something that has nothing to do with me?
Uh-huh.
So I'm just so fed up with that, the brainwashing, and like, is it even real? Because if you're a paid protester, or you're brainwashed, you're not real to me. You're soulless. You're just a bot, you know. And I was looking at my phone is because the conspiracy last week, or I guess you could call it conspiracy, was did you hear about the Black Swan Day? Black Swan Day?
No, I didn't hear that one.
Because the market was supposed to crash.
Okay.
Because I guess crypto was being bought by a powerful billionaire, or like there were certain moves that were done by these big people.
Okay.
And so they're like, oh, watch out! We gotta pay attention tomorrow because if it's Black Swan, that means the market's gonna crash. And that's your opportunity to like realize: is the interest rate gonna drop? Is the housing market gonna be cheaper now? Or like, and I'm just like, guys, this is like 2009, 2007 again. Yeah, and like I'm just like I want things to crash so things are cheaper. Like we can go buy a house for like $100,000 versus $500,000 for like a standard home here in Arizona. But at the same time, I'm just like it doesn't benefit the average American. It benefits the billionaires.
What's it care?
Because look at the auto industry. They needed bailout. They got bailed out. And if you were smart and bought stock from the auto industry, because no one's gonna let the auto industry fail during that time. I don't know about now with.
Well, they never will because they need to turn them all electric, so they need them all to succeed.
Yeah, so it's like I remember I was working for a pretty big investment company, and when I heard that, I was like, motherfucker! Mm-hmm. I would like even if you put $100, you would have been rich buying $100 worth of stock if you could even buy that, or like through mutual funds or whatnot. But it's just I'm tired. I'm tired of the baloney. I'm tired of seeing people, like, we talked about it last week, say their name.
I know.
And they're like, that's reserved for black people. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, I don't have to say anyone's name, but if you want me to say names, I'm going to say the names of all the victims that died based off of people that were here illegally.
Well, that's why I said the names, like with Lake and Riley, and said all those names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it because it's cannibalistic. That's what they said. The liberal disease. Mm-hmm. Again, if you're sitting home, you're just like left-leaning or Democrat. I'm not talking about you, but the left liberal disease that you're seeing out there, and the activists of the world and the paid influencers that are creating all this chaos, the Soros-funded groups, the $20 million that the New York City protesters are getting that go all over the country. They chew and eat each other up because nobody stands for anything. Because no one believes in anything. Even they don't, because you've seen the street interviews where it's like, what are you protesting? Nobody can answer a freaking question. And they just say, well, I'm trying to stop fascism.
What is fascism?
Nazi.
Hey, I'm getting really tired of this whole Nazi, Gestapo, because that's offensive. I don't even know what's real anymore. Like, I hate to say this because it's offensive. Was the Holocaust even real at this point? Like, because everything in history is being debunked or like it has been altered. I'm not saying it's not real, but I'm just saying like everything now. It's offensive to say you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, because you wouldn't be able to do this shit if that was true. Where are the gas chambers? Where are the concentration camps?
Because there's no logic in what they're saying. They're just throwing out all the buzzwords. And the thing is, they throw this stuff, and the politicians do it, throw out the fascist behavior. This is what Hitler did. Because that's going to elicit anger. Like, you see the videos now of people saying, hey, ICE agents, go kiss your families goodbye because you may not. Yeah, they want them dead. Yeah, it's the same thing. And it's so funny because they're saying fascist Nazis, and then they're doing the exact fascist Nazi behaviors by wanting to censor them, keep them from doing their jobs. Yeah. removing all our leaders and politicians, and killing anyone that stands opposed. That's exactly what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. It's all bullshit. You're right.
Yeah.
Both sides are the exact same, but the only difference is, and I hate to say it right now, I know any liberal will point to just January 6th, even though we can pick that shit apart. But all this violence is on the left. All of it is on the left.
Yeah.
All of it. Because if you're an ICE agent, seriously, you're just doing your job, doing your thing, and you're constantly having people in your face, harassing you, throwing things at you, spitting at you, pushing you.
Yeah.
I don't care if people like that's their job. No, their job is not to be harassed. Their job is to serve warrants to like these sexual predators and these child rapists and these violent criminals and these 600,000 people they're trying to get off the streets because Joe Biden let in about 9 million people. Remember those oceans of just men? It wasn't women and children. It wasn't families. No, it was just men that were going through our border, and now they're everywhere. And now the Venezuelan prisons, remember when they emptied out and they came here? And it's like...
And it wasn't just here.
It wasn't just...
they all came here,
they fled to the sanctuary. Well, remember, because this was the point for me. This is the thing, the rabbit hole I went down. The reason why they were let in, remember, they were trying to put them all in Texas and Florida.
Yeah.
Demographic destiny. You throw them all in red states. You give them all asylum. You give them all voter cards. You never lose an election again. Mm-hmm. So the governors of Texas and Florida then moved them to Minnesota. They moved them to Chicago. They moved them to L.A. They moved them to Martha's Vineyard. They moved them to all the blue cities. Obama, when he said he moved all the Somalis into Minneapolis, that's why Ilar, whatever her name is, that's why she's a representative, because her people voted her in, even though they shouldn't have been voting in the first place. Yeah. But this was all a backfire. This was all to get those voter cards in the hands of all these illegals to swing these states. That was their plan. It's not my words. It's their words. Mm-hmm. And now it's all falling apart. And they're all these sanctuary cities where they don't report crime. They don't arrest crime. They don't detain crime. They don't do anything. Like the guy, the Megan Good thing, the people they were after, the warrants, they had been after them for years because the local PD and local attorney generals wouldn't do anything about these criminals that they knew were in these neighborhoods. So and I hate it because you see it again on my Instagram. It's these nice people, and they're like, ICE activity here. And it's like, well, do you think maybe that means because there's someone criminally that has a final deportation order, and that's why they're there? And maybe if you just stay out of the way, film from across the street, see if they do everything right.
Instead of shouting and throwing yourself at them?
You throw stuff at them, you throw your car at them, you box them in. What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to be like, oh, shoot. Well, they don't like it, so let's just go home, guys. No, that's just...
I don't know. I think, first of all, there's just so much I could say, and I really don't want to talk about this because I just get so angry. Not because of just people. It's stupid. This is so stupid. Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm someone who follows the law, and when heaven forbid I want to commit some fraud, I'd get caught. We've talked about this. The minute we commit any type of fraud, we're going to get caught. Yep. Okay? And what bothers me is you said so much, and I'm just thinking of my parents. This is what I meant last week when I was I'm sick and tired of people being uneducated, and I can't even go online and believe anything. Because literally people are like, oh no, that was a fake report about the guy being a sexual assault case or predator. So I'm like, so what is it then? And then there was a video of a person saying, you better leak all this information. It was just pages of where ICE was going and social security numbers. And I read the comments and I'm like, I shouldn't even be doing this. But I'm like, since I worked in banking, I know. And if you're smart and you read about finances and stuff like that, you would understand something called Social Security fraud. So they can have a legal Social Security. Do you know how many people I've met that have someone else's Social Security number? I know. And these people were like, well, they're illegal. How do they have Social Security number? Because it's fraud. And then someone wrote, you mean an ITIN, which is a tax identification number. Yeah. But you can still be illegal and have an ITIN. And I'm just like, you guys are so fucking stupid. Yeah. You're so fucking dumb. You can't make a fake ID card. I know. Do you know how many I saw in my lifetime in banking? And
Nick Lovin, hello.
Right?
It's been going around for a long time.
And I'm just like, guys, what? This is stupid. So stupid. You better leak all this information. Look at all the Social Security numbers that are collected. Yeah. Because you can have that and still, have, like I said, fraud, an ITIN number. And I know people are going to be like, well, you don't know your time. Fuck you. fuck you, because I have enough life experience. All these people out here protesting, no life. All it is a phone, TV.
They're getting paid.
Yeah, but also, I have real life experience with my parents. My parents told me, I don't know how the immigration process is. In those papers, they're like, you better leak this, you better leak this. They had DNA. They're like, why do they have DNA samples? And I don't know why they have DNA information, right? But I can tell you one thing. When my parents went to become U.S. citizens, they had to give blood. So there's your fucking DNA, okay? And if you really start thinking logically, anytime you do a case study, a medical study, guess what? They're going to have your DNA. They put you in databases. Okay? So I'm just so irritated.
Don't they do a blood test still to get married even? Or that gone?
I have no idea. We didn't have to do one.
I'm sure they probably have blood tests if they're being a citizen to make sure you don't have any.
It was required.
Rule out like different diseases, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I have no. I'll have to ask my parents, but my mom said I had to wait over 10 years. I had to pay this amount of money, and it's true. This is where immigration reform should come into place.
Absolutely.
But waiting so long, and then she's like, I had to give blood. I had to give them all my history, and so when I saw the Social Security number, the DNA, I was like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Because I immediately knew, of course they're going to have all that information.
Yeah.
I don't know if things have changed. Do I care? I don't fucking care because it doesn't affect me. No. It doesn't. And all these people are out here, and how does it affect their everyday life?
Oh, it doesn't.
Just the paycheck, if they're paid protester.
I mean, literally everything that from Elon and the Tesla and the Palestine and the which is now dead and the Ukraine, which is now forgotten, and don't bomb Nigeria, and what about Venezuela? And this is just the next.
Why are they not fighting for Iran?
Like I said, seriously, what's going on there? Well, because they can't blame Israel, even though if you think about it, if you listen to, try not to listen to Candace because
I haven't since I've been on recovery.
She's just gotten so. It's just, but even there, she's like, this is all Israel's backing to put a regime change in. And again, I'd say, well, would you think the Iranian people would rather, as Persians, I didn't realize they're not even Muslim, they're Persian, and they've been living under it as a Muslim regime.
Yeah.
And so they're fighting back and getting picked up. I saw a report that said 12,000 people in 2 days were killed.
I believe it.
Protesters. Yeah. I believe it too.
Yeah.
But even if it was Israel wanting a regime change, letting this happen or pushing this to happen so that we'll step in, so that we'll get rid of their regime, so they can put one in. Just like with Venezuela, the theory was they're putting a Zionist in place.
Yeah.
It's like, would you think the people of Venezuela would rather have a Zionist and they're prosperous, or a narco-dictator which they have to flee and live in poverty?
Yeah.
And China, Russia, Iran, Hezbollah, and Hamas get to reign free and right there in South America.
Mm-hmm.
So Iran is really hard right now, but like I said, you're right. It's like, where are all the Palestinian Gaza people? But they weren't there when it came to Nigeria either. When it came to those 9,000 or whatever people are slaughtered, Syria, Congo, Sudan, they don't, because they're not being told to do so.
What's the lady from Minnesota that got killed? Melissa what?
Renee Good.
No. The woman.
Oh, Melissa. Just put Minnesota. Congresswoman shot.
Melissa Hortman.
That was shot by a Tim Walz
We're
supporter.
talking about Minnesota is like screaming for Renee Good. Is that her name? I don't even know.
Say her name.
But what about Melissa Hortman?
Oh, they tried. When Charlie Kirk was dead, that's all you heard.
No, but why not now? I mean, she was a white woman that got assassinated, murdered.
And when it happened, they didn't say anything. Why didn't they say anything? Because you know why she voted against their party. She went against the hive mind.
And she fucking knew she was going to die.
She knew she was going to die.
She was terrified.
And it was at the hands of someone on that side.
Yeah.
Because she knew in good conscience, and that's why you don't overstep. That's why cinema's out. Manchin's out. Fetterman's going to be out. Mm-hmm. You don't, on that side, you don't go against them because they will kill you.
Yeah. Well, they proved it. That and Charlie Kirk.
Because he went against the ultimate what's going on. I mean, seriously. Like I said, this is a uniparty thing. This is us versus them. This is not left versus right. The Democratic Party is dead. The Republican Party is in shambles. Pretty much dead. There is no party. There's liberalism, and there's everybody else.
Yeah.
And everybody else is kind of all over the map.
Yep.
But there's a liberal hive mind versus it's like V&Brian as well. It's liberals again, and they have the money, they have the media, they have the intelligence, they have people everywhere, and they can control every. I saw on X one of the Krasnodar brothers who were just pieces of shit, and I know they're getting paid, and they don't actually mean what they're just getting paid. But he was asking for people to send him. Anybody who has pictures of ICE agents without their masks on, know where they are, know who they are. He's compiling a list. Mm-hmm. And me and everybody on there was like, so you're creating a death squad. You're creating a kill list is what you're doing because you want to protect criminals and illegals so badly.
Yeah.
Man, should we just stop between the TV and that? No, just kidding. You want to protect criminals so bad.
That's ICE calling right now. So you know?
And that's the thing. It's the left. They're heroes from George Floyd, who was a piece of shit, to the Albrego Garcia guy, who was a trafficker and a piece of shit, to now Renee Good, who was married several times and doesn't even have custody of 2 of her kids. And then they fight for every criminal. They want the Venezuela dictator back. They fight for Russia. They fight for China. They fight for... They stand for everything that's not America.
And the wife or girlfriend of Renee Good got $1.5 million in a GoFundMe. 1.5 million. Is she going to donate half of that to the illegals that could benefit from a lawyer?
No.
She's
gonna move and disappear and probably leave that kid by himself. But did you see that charter school?
What charter school?
I told you the kid the school, the charter school that they put their kid in, was teaching these people to be agitators and anti-ICE protesters. They're like you saw that church clip.
Yeah.
They are teaching people how to be agitators against ICE, what to do, how to film. If you get caught or arrested, yell you have a disability, yell I'm autistic.
Which is fucking offensive.
Yell I'm mom, I'm a dad. Because so if you commit a crime and you're like, oh wait, I'm autistic, they're like, okay, never mind, go home.
No.
Oh, I have a kid. Oh shoot, you have a kid? Okay, well never mind if you just killed someone. You have a kid. I mean, no one in jail ever has kids, right?
Yeah.
And like same thing with the argument that they're like, well, all these illegals, like, well, again, because Obama did it, 40% of illegals didn't have any criminal records; they still were deported. And he was very strong, and nobody cared. But so the argument now is like, well, a lot of these people didn't even do anything. It's like, but they came over illegally, and they're like,
breaking the law.
And they're like, well, it's a misdemeanor. It's like, so if you get busted for a crime, and it's a misdemeanor, can you go in front of the judge and say, hey, judge, I'm leaving. This is just a misdemeanor. So I'm out of here. Peace out. You have a great day.
Try it.
It's still a crime.
Yeah.
And I don't. And then people were like, "Well, Obama didn't have these issues." And it's like, well, one, he didn't have 10 million people to deal with to kick out,
and it wasn't publicized.
And he was Democrat, so nobody got on his case.
It was on the news, nothing.
And he had good, strict border policies, so he wasn't dealing. He was just saying, "Hey," and he'd say, "The border's closed. Don't come here. Turn around. Mm-hmm. Go home. If you're here, you're gonna have to go to the end of the line. We're gonna put you in these cages, these detaining facilities." Hillary ran on it. Schumer ran on it. Joe Biden ran on it. But then again, Obama, Hillary, and Joe Biden, all three said that marriage was between a man and a woman as well.
Yep.
And this is what I'm saying. The Democratic Party is dead. Because I used to be able to align with some of what Democrats did.
It's not really Democratic anymore. It's more crazy.
It's all the liberal activists have taken over the Democratic Party through their funding, through their dark money. All the Soros stuff, and I think this is all creating what we know, what we talk about, creating chaos. Because they got 4 years to tank the rest of America. Because they've already tanked. We're done. I said we're never going to be together. No event is ever going to bring us together. Mm-hmm. And all of this, like I keep saying with ICE and all this stuff, is because of hate of one single man. Yeah. That's all you liberals do. That's all you care about. All you liberals, anybody who's upset listening to us, remember, don't get mad at you, Vanessa. Don't get mad at me.
I don't care,
Get mad at your party. Get mad at yourself. Because all this is that you hate Donald Trump. That's all it is.
We have never said, even though we're against many of the things that Donald Trump has done, we have never said Trump's fault. It's all of this is Trump's fault.
We're gonna when it comes to Greenland, but we're not there yet.
Right, and I like how that's working in the background while we're all focused on ICE and stuff like that.
Did you see Gates and Zuckerberg and all the AI type people are researching all the precious AI minerals that it's in Greenland? Yeah. And then today I saw a report that Vance met with the Denmark, the Danish group to offer them money to purchase Greenland, and they came out of the building fist bumping each other.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
We're gonna purchase Greenland, and Vance is gonna get in 2028 because he's pushed this through, and all this is set up.
I don't like Vance.
I don't either, but you were saying I know I cut you off, but that just triggered that.
Is it Paige? Because because we're logical thinkers, and all these informative things are like putting the pieces together come to mind.
Yeah.
I think it's Paige, Arizona. No one. Again, I don't know what to believe because everything online is a fucking lie. I love posting shit that makes me laugh and can make other people laugh because it's just so hypocritical, all this stupid shit. I saw somewhere that in Page, Arizona, secretly there was a meeting that they are going to buy a area that's by a tourist spot. Forgive me if it's not Page, Arizona, but I want to say it's Page, Arizona, where they're gonna put AI data centers. So all that tourism, which is used to bring income to the town, is going to be kind of difficult when you have a data center that's going to use all the water resources, even though they did not. No, we're not going to use recycled water.
The guy at work said that. I was like trying to justify. It's like, go the fuck that way. Seriously.
So all I see is these movies I've seen come to fruition soon. Ion Flux. What is the one you always talk about? Demolition Man. Total Recall, Terminator.
We're not on Mars, but I know what you mean.
No. But Mars doesn't have to mean that it's Mars. It could be Earth. I mean, if you really think about it, all these powerful people could eliminate all our resources and no one gives a fuck.
It is wild between that 1984 and then the fact that goes back to my mom just saw it. I don't know how. That Russian defector in the 80s, that step by step how you destroy the United States from within. And everything that has happened, and here we are at that tail end where it's just like our republic is just crashing to the ground with the cries of Free Palestine.
Yeah. And again, I wish people would stitch videos. I'm sorry, I need to know how these people live in the delulu world or mindset they're in because they say things and I'm like, how did you come up with that? Literally living in the Matrix because it's like, like I want to go get my eyes checked because I'm like, wait, did I just not see the same thing and think something else? There was this video that kind of like, I was like, whoa, wow. And this, we've known about this, call them cells, we've seen movies about this. It's very hard for me, most of the stuff is based on true stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, there was this one guy who literally, I don't know where he was from. I don't know if he was part of the military, U.S. military line or branches or whatever. He literally was, like, saying something in regards to the United States and how it's working. And then how an event with Russia, with what's going on with Venezuela. And he changed his tone and went, he said, hello, comrades. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Like, he turned now Russian. And I was like, so you're a spy. Like, so you just instantly changed your, I'm serving the United States to, I'm serving Russia now. And I'm just like, no one's out. I don't care if it was a comedy or not, but it's not funny. Not with what's going on right now. Yeah. It's not funny. And I can't help, I laughed because it's like a, am I laughing because it's funny? No, because you're in shock. Like, what the fuck?
I know.
And so it's irritating. A lot of people do. I laugh how people make fun of the woke stuff because it makes sense. Like, I don't know if I sent you that video of that. I don't know if she's a comedian, but she literally invited people over for dinner, and it was a woke girlfriend that one of her friends was dating.
I saw that video pop. We see a lot of the same videos.
Yeah, and it's fucking hilarious because she was like, there was literally an Asian woman that was like, I made my famous pad thai. And she's like, and she's like, oh my god, I'm triggered.
She's like, triggered. Cultural appropriation.
She's like, and I'm sorry, did I offend you because she's like white. Yeah. And the girl's like,
I know.
So that's all it is. And that's the one thing I want to say. When I see these videos, like, I saw this white woman literally yelling at the ICE agents like, "You're gonna die. You're dead. You're dead. You're gonna die." She wasn't saying it softly like me. You could literally hear her bronchioids.
Yeah, they love
screeching,
to yell. They love to yell.
Sore throat, and all I could see was projection. All these people go insane because they are so. I don't even want to say the word triggered because you have built up all that shit to just let it all out on someone who you have no idea about them.
It's almost like an MK Ultra type of thing.
Is it? Yeah, you're right, because I look at them and they're just gone. There's no soul.
Definitely they've lost their... The psyop is definitely one.
Oh, yeah. And it's sad. It's sad. I also don't know what to believe because I did see a video of... And I wouldn't doubt this. They've caught a lot of news. The news is a joke, okay? It's entertainment. They literally showed how they were setting up the protesters. Like, no, you stand here. And like when the camera goes on, I need you to scream and hold your sign up. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute, okay? Kind of like that news anchor that set up caution tape. And it was like, it wasn't even where the site was. I mean, like, this is pure entertainment. And so that's why I say I'm tired of it. I'm fed up. I try to search other things. But it also, you have that little, I guess, a normal human being, you would feel like a little sense of guilt or shame because you're like not involved in these people dying and stuff. But I'm like, what is real and what is not? Like, I still don't know if the Charlie Kirk death was real or not. I know. Was it an inside job? Yes, I believe it. But is it real or is it not? Like, is he in witness protection? What the fuck? I don't know.
Did he go to Valhalla, New Zealand? Yeah, is he in New Zealand right now?
I don't know.
Is that why Cash Patel has crazy eyes? And Dan Bongino got out because he's like, hell no, I'm not taking that.
Right?
He's going to start his podcast back on February 2nd. And a lot of people are like, what is he going to say? Well, I'm sure he's NDA'd to death. Yeah. He can't talk about anything specific, but...
That's the other thing. People don't realize NDAs, man, like... It's just all controlled. All controlled, all set up.
Because the truth is... I still think that so much of the truth is so... obvious and right there.
It is.
But just as if you never admit it, people won't believe it.
It's like I'm off throw. I know this is so like curveball, but this is in regards to the truth is so obvious, and like just conspiracies like we talk about. Even though this is not a conspiracy, like they had Oprah on the fucking View. Okay, first of all, why is the View still airing? It's like a joke, that show.
I think that's what it is that they know the train wreck people want to watch it.
But the money, too, that's funding it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the crazies, yeah.
Enough people will watch it because they just want to see the train wreck.
I just couldn't be in the audience, like, what's going on?
There's enough live-minded liberals out there.
I guess. Like, Oprah was on the show, and she is trying to convey to the American people watching that obesity is not an illness. It's not something that you can control. It's a gene. So she was saying I was overeating and I was fat, but it was out of my control because it's a gene. And people are like, Oprah, obesity is because you overeat and stuff like that. And I'm fat, so I know when I want to eat good food, I can never give up good food. And or she was saying like emotional eating, it's part of the obesity gene. I'm like, Oprah, what the fuck are you saying? Like, come on. And it's because it's Oprah. Everyone's going to be like, I'm obese because of a gene, and now we're going to take the GLP-1 because my genes. But no one's going to be outraged about that, but Sydney Sweeney talking about genes is outraged for that, right? But this is talking about obesity genes, and I'm wondering if this was brought up because the fat community movement or the fat self-love has died down and people are like no more fat phobic.
I don't like this. This is no thing.
yeah. And so I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what the reasoning for Oprah to be on there. Maybe to sell more GLP-1s because it seems like everyone's jumping, like they want to give that to everyone.
They went off the Ozempic thing and then now they're on, there's another one out now, isn't there?
Well, there's so many, Trizepatide, Mounjaro. What are the GLP ones?
That's Tirzepatide.
Oh, okay. Well, there's so many different names for the main two are what? Ozempic? And Trizepatide?
Mounjaro, Zepbound.
Where do they get these names?
Wegovy.
They just like roam through Africa, just coming up with names for like weight loss programs because they don't have any obesity at all in that country?
No, and I talked about that with the intern, like, because food is going to be a very big topic because it continues to pop up on my algorithm.
We should do that for our mini.
Anywhere you go, I still am so irritated because food has been brought up a lot. People in the United States are saying, like, this chicken is, like, it doesn't break. It doesn't, like, the meat, it wasn't breaking apart.
Yeah.
They took a carrot and they bent it and it wasn't breaking. They took a watermelon. Watermelons are now exploding. And they're, like, sizzling. Like, from the videos that you see, again, I don't know how true this is or whatnot. I wouldn't put it past it because they put so much chemicals on stuff, even the organic stuff. And you got Bill Gates over there trying to add whatever he wants in there. And I told the intern, I said, look, you could go to different countries and the food tastes nothing. Because we watch people who do competitive eating or, like, what is it called? They just, like, do food challenges. And they're like, oh, this steak. And I'm like, yeah, steak in South America tastes so different from the United States steak. And now we're learning, are we really eating meat? Like animal meat.
No, yeah.
Are we really eating?
Are we just eating
animal
bits and pieces of everything that's out there?
Because
all those children are missing. They have to go somewhere.
Another video surfaced of a guy who went to McDonald's and he found a tooth in his burger.
I saw
another tooth.
That woman had a nail.
Oh, Jesus. And so, to that I say, all the times that I argue talking about lab-grown meat and soy is bad for you, it's already in the food.
Doesn't matter.
We just didn't know about it.
And we'll never... It's so funny, I thought, because all the McDonald's stuff we were finding.
Yeah.
And for all the boycotting we do, for every political reason in the world, someone does a kids line we don't like, we boycott them, Bud Light puts a fairy boy, girl, whatever on, we boycott it. But we get human remains at McDonald's and it's
not
just
a single peep.
Shrug your shoulders and keep eating it because we can't possibly go anywhere else for food, right? Yeah. There's nowhere else to eat. It's just chugging along. Nothing to see here. That's why I always use outrage in quotes when I did it on Facebook because all these boycotts, all these things, especially on the liberal side, nobody gave a damn. No. Nobody actually cares. Nobody cared about Cindy Sweeney. No one cared about American Eagle. No one cares about whatever. Like, there's a controversy over an episode of Landman where an actress is getting crap because she was acting out a scene, which I just watched that episode today, because she had a non-binary roommate. She's like talking about plural pronouns. Because she's an airhead. She doesn't understand. Her character.
She had very good points.
She did, but Taylor Sheridan's a great writer. But her character is a blonde, rich, spoiled, green privilege. I say green privilege because money privileged, has never had to encounter everything, and goes to Texas Christian University where a non-binary person enrolls themselves.
How is a non-binary person in a Christian university?
Why would they choose to go to a Christian university?
To cause problems.
Now, I understand this person, whatever, was in a sports medicine program, so I was like, why would she be there anyway? But Texas Christian University, as an obvious atheist, named pagan, non-binary, vegan, with a ferret. No, you're not enrolling in Texas Christian. I'm sorry, but
diversity.
No, it's not diversity. Remember, it's not inclusion.
I'm just saying.
It's not DEI. It's DER. I've talked about that many times.
I'm just saying. Back in the day when I went to school, but
I just love it that later in that episode, the mom comes down and gets her out of there.
I love that actress.
Ali Lauder is so awesome in this show. I really like Landman. Billy Bob's awesome. Sam Elliott's been great this season. Ali Lauder's great. Everybody top to bottom in that. Taylor Sheridan's so good. He did Tulsa King. He did Yellowstone. He did Mayors of Kingstown. He's done a lot. His writing at Lioness. He did Lioness. And all of his shows, he ends up tackling some sort of this wokeism in a family unit or in a school or something like that. And not belittling people, just breaking it down logically.
Yeah. It wasn't offensive or anything. I was just like, what... that poor blonde girl was confused. Because
the pagan character was trying to cause... That's what
she was calling a lot of...
And that's what I was saying with Oprah, is like they celebrate these mental health issues they have.
Yep.
I'm stressed because I had issues. It's a badge of honor to have a mental health issue for them. Like the guy I work with. It's a badge of honor for him to have all these illnesses and all these issues. it's what they live for. Because to say I'm healthy, I just kind of pissed off, or I don't, that's no. They have to have something wrong with them.
I think it's so I can't even say the words that I want to use because the meaning of words have changed in the last couple of years. I would want to use the word vulgar. I think it's vulgar, maybe more like classless, subhuman probably would be the right word for it. To say you're a disabled person when you're not.
It's not good, yeah.
Like when before even these protests, when all of a sudden this like gender ideology was being pushed to non-binary, I'm trans. Remember that video I posted of the girl that got pulled over? She was drunk.
Yeah.
The cop was patient, low tone of voice, not even shouting.
More patient than I would ever be.
Hey, are you okay? And she's like, I have a lot of anxiety. I'm indigenous. I'm transgender. I'm disabled. I have this. And I'm like, girl, what? For him, just you got caught. You drank 6 drinks. Like, just face it. Face the reality that you're gonna get a breathalyzer, or you don't have to do it, and you're going to jail. And no, they just throw all these excuses out, and that's so offensive because being disabled is not a choice. Like, if things happen where you're born with a disability, and to just like be offensive
I'm going through that right now, trying to deal with access because my sister got dropped from her insurance because she had money.
Yeah, and I just think about all the people that I've met, like my dad. He is completely disabled, and to just throw it out like it's a badge of honor to be disabled so you can get out of a fucking
so that means
ticket.
he can do again circles all the way back to what I said earlier. It's where you can get away with anything you want as long as you have a mental health excuse or reason to.
Yeah, I roll my eyes for that because people, it's life. It's fucking life. What are you gonna do? Yeah. No one is here to take care of you but yourself.
Just like if you go out there and you attack agents of the law.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to say, like, next time you see a cop, just randomly, if you're listening, grab a rock, just walk up to and throw it at the cop.
No,
just do it. Yeah, that's what they're doing because they expect to. And then if the cop reacts, then he's in the wrong and he's aggressive.
Yeah, look.
And and as long as you have like an anxiety-riddled day that day, you're off the hook. Or if you say you have migraines, or if you sprained your ankle, or you got arthritis, or you have a little cough, or you're sneezing, or you got allergies, you can just break the law and do whatever you want. Because as long as you have an ailment, you're good to go. Yeah. As long as you're disabled, kill someone. Well, okay, don't do that. I don't
do that. Yeah. But I know what you mean. Yeah. Like, that's what the message they're portraying. But I'm gonna say this, and I know this person listens, and I'm very disappointed in them.
Uh-oh.
Because there's a video that showed up on my algorithm about, and this man, I listened to him because he's a protester. He's like Jane Fonda, getting arrested. He has photos. He's been in a newspaper because he's he's not a paid protester. He's a protester. I don't know if he's
a professional protester.
He said, I know I can come up with. He's talking about Renee Good, how none of that should even happen because she shouldn't have been there crossing the line. And so he was saying, I have the right. If you're not listening to anyone, listen to me because and he put up the newspaper where he was arrested.
I think I've seen that one.
You know the guy I'm talking about?
Yes.
So I am going to listen to him because he's like I said.
I put my hands behind my back. And
I listen. I don't argue. I do what I need to do. I didn't cross any lines, and I'm still here alive, And I saw the same video, another video of him show up on my TikTok, my personal TikTok. Mm-hmm. And I saw one of our followers comment on it and say, yeah, okay, whatever, bud. And I was very disappointed because you don't have to believe that man, but that man had good points. Yeah. And a life could have been saved that day if they would have just not crossed the line.
And her wife knew it because she said, I did this.
Oh, yeah, that video. No one pays attention to that video. This is all my fault. This is
all my fault.
Yes, it is.
The first words that she said, this is all my fault.
Yep. Yeah, and
Because what did she say to her? Drive, baby, drive.
And she instigated that whole thing.
She got out of the van to tell her to drive.
Like,
Again, did not deserve to be shot in the face.
No.
But then again, what else are you going to do?
What is the reaction, though? You never know how someone's going to react.
Especially someone who's already been dragged down the street not by a car.
That whole thing was, again,
It's easy to
I'm not laughing
it's
because
easy
it's
to
funny.
sit here and
it's
say.
Not funny.
It's easy for any of us to sit in a seat and say what we would have done.
But I have been in many situations where I get pushed to a boiling point of getting angry, and I stay quiet. But imagine being pushed to a boiling point every minute of the day, every day, for who knows how fucking long this stuff goes on. Like, I saw a video of a man in Portland just fed up with these protesters. Mm-hmm. He could be on their side. Like you said, they're eating each other alive. Because he could be on the side of the protesters, but he literally went swinging and, like, punched 3 people. And he was like, I'm so fed up. Just go. Get the fuck out of here. Get a life. And I was just like, this is what we're talking about.
Because he finally realized the people around him weren't for the cause. They're just getting paid.
Yeah, they're just psychotic, screaming and everything. And even if you're not getting paid, because I'm sure there are people who aren't getting paid, they do this for a living. Like, I always think of Jane Fonda. She always got to be in the spotlight. I'm surprised she hasn't been on the news or anything, being arrested again, because she's a professional protester as well.
She's more of an anti-war person.
I'm surprised she hasn't jumped on the wagon. Who recently jumped on the wagon with trans sports? What's her name? Naomi Watts? Is that the blonde?
The Australian?
Yeah, she appeared in a commercial. She has a kid like that, right?
Considering what Australia's bill is about to be, she probably has to say those things.
I thought she had a child too. I don't know.
She does.
It seems like all the actors have trans kids.
Remember, you have to sacrifice your firstborn son.
I thought that meant death, not change the gender.
Well, that does.
Well, now that's the agenda.
That does basically kill them. It kills the son and makes him into a. And sterilizes them and the whole thing.
That's another thing. Hollywood is spiraling. Totally fed up with Hollywood.
Mark Ruffalo thing.
No, everyone's fed up with Hollywood. Like, who watched the ratings of all the award shows have gone down.
I think I saw that Mark Ruffalo isn't even going to be included in the Doomsday, the next wave of Avengers, because even the Marvel and the studios.
Marvel, they got rid of like 5 of them.
5 of them. Yeah. Because they're finally saying people don't want this shit.
No one cares.
Just act.
Yeah. But this is the thing. How many times have we said, just shut the fuck up and act? Do your entertainment. I don't even.
We're about to see someone. We're about to see someone in a week, and he does the same thing.
If he says something, I'm gonna be like, "Can I have my money back, please?" Because I already had.
Yeah.
The one, I was just like.
You had the Friday Night Girl, yeah.
And I was like, I'm tired of this.
And I don't care. I'll say her name. I had Carrie Maguire and all that shit with her, so. I don't even care. It's not like she's gonna listen anyway.
Who knows?
I don't give a shit.
I just think
if you do listen, grow up and be a fucking adult.
I don't even know what to say, really. We've been saying everything every episode, but yeah. I just think it's funny that most of these people that post stuff about the big orange man, and like I keep hearing this shit nonstop about it, and I'm like, guys, obsession is real. Why are you obsessed with this one man? And have I not always said it? Take that energy, all that anger, that obsession. Going out on the streets and protesting is not going to be productive. Instead, you may end up dead. Why not go to the fucking meetings? We're in Arizona. The Attorney General ain't going to do shit to Katie Hobbs.
Well, because she got elected. Chris Myers, she's a Democrat and got elected the same fraudulent way.
Right.
They're together.
But again, in my logical brain, like, you're here to serve the people.
No, she got elected by the same people.
Right, but these people, there are people out there that don't understand the logic.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm explaining it.
Okay.
So, you know what's right and wrong. It's like a doctor. You know what's right and wrong. You take a Hippocratic oath, is that what it's called? Where you're going to save lives and do the right thing, and we are seeing every day in hospitals, and now with this flu that's like another strand of COVID, they're not doing the right things. Another topic we're going to go into is when you're a donor for organs, how they like pick and choose. I have someone personally who was literally, they were trying to take the organs of her dead son. So I got to go talk to them. But like so many stories of doctors, like, because of funding, everything's about money. The funding doesn't get sent to the hospital if you don't have a certain amount of organs being pulled from people. Like, it's disgusting. But again, why aren't the people, instead of like putting that post of, oh, hey, ISIS in Phoenix, know your rights, call this number, don't open the door, how about you go down to the Capitol and go talk to these politicians and go yell at them and be like, do this law, do this right, do this, whatever. No one takes that energy.
Well, the thing is, it's sad about that logic, because I understand what you're saying. I'm on board with it to a certain point, but the thing is, and this is why I say that energy needs to be redirected, because they are following the law. So all these people who are upset, like the masks that they wear and everything, you're upset with the law. You're not upset with ICE agents. The laws are set to where they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And they're allowed to wear face coverings. There's a bill in the House like Democrats want to pass.
Yeah.
But it won't. But that's what I'm saying. So many things. I understand what you're saying. And it's important to say that to people who have that way of thinking, so that we try to break it down.
Right.
Break them free of that. It's kind of forcing the red pill in their mouth. But all the things that are going on, because like I said, even with the president, with Donald Trump, you don't think he has a chief of staff that has a legal team? They have a legal team. Everything he does, because they get so much unilateral control, they get so much gray area, that anything he wants to do, they say, can I do this? Yes, no, or, well, go ahead and we'll see if it's challenged. ICE, they're doing exactly what Homeland Security, HSI, and everything else under the Constitution allows them to. They are a separate entity from law enforcement. They're federal, and they're a federal task force. They have their own set of laws, rules of engagement, and everything. And so if you're mad, then I agree with you. Go, because the legislative branch is the most powerful branch because they create the laws. Right. So go to the Capitol, like you said, and say, change the laws, work on the laws, fix the laws. Maybe when you go vote, don't vote for the people that are already in office, vote for somebody else, and so they can change the law. Because we need to term limit these people by not voting for them every single fucking time. That's my point. That's right. I understand what you're saying. That's kind of my own step further.
By going down to the Capitol and telling these people, change the law, that individual or those group in the party can turn around and say, it is the law, we can't change it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So then they're like, So it's
not us saying it, because if we say it,
if we say it, or if we go to all those people that go, and they're like, pro-ICE, and they're getting horns in their face, they're getting cars thrown at them, rocks, all this stuff. Yeah. But if you have a political official going, we are doing the best that we can, take that energy and put it on them, because they're the ones sitting,
but that's
relaxing, sleeping well at night.
Look what they're doing to each other.
Use your body for activism while I sleep well at night with, I'm married, but I'm going to have this gay affair. Yeah. Or like, I have this trans girlfriend or boyfriend.
Or I have this kid I just trafficked up here to abuse.
Yeah. But no one gets upset about that. So take that energy and put it over there.
Like the people that we see, the people that we even know and like, that post this stuff, I just understand that they don't have a clue what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
And they don't actually care.
No.
There's no passion behind it. There's no research behind it. They just saw it on the algorithm. They said, oh yeah, that looks interesting. I'll post that on my business account. And, and like I said, I just understand so many people just are sleepwalking through it. They're psyop.
It's sad. Sad for them.
The circle is a square. They just don't care.
Yeah.
Because one man isn't. It's all it is. It's just hate for one man. It's just because Trump's in office. All it is.
Yeah.
All like the Venezuela thing, which could be great for America and our economy. They hate it. Greenland, if this works out, watch, they're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Even if it's good for us, even though the AI we understand why this is happening.
But they're not fighting about that.
No, because they will gladly. These people that fight this or pretend to fight this will gladly accept their VR headsets and their AI. They will gladly accept that Ready Player One reality.
Oh, yeah.
They will gladly accept that because, remember,
the
they are so, quote, mentally distraught or have so much, quote, anxiety that staying at home and virtually acting with people is much better for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we'll be outside still doing stuff.
That's the other thing. I guess I'll make that my closing argument, quote unquote. I realized something during Christmas when we were doing the Christmas markets, and we were very busy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we have always said, when we go to these events, it's our outlet. It's our, safe haven from this shit that we talk about, plus the work life.
Because this isn't all we are.
No, it's not. And they know, I assume that's why people like us and follow us. Because I think if they were to listen to some of these episodes, they'd be like, what the fuck? You know, or they'd be like, whoa.
Well, because we're not a part of the hive mind, just regurgitating talking points.
Yeah.
We challenge reality.
And I hope not. And I would want someone to challenge me. They're like, you're a hypocrite. You said this. Okay, tell me. Mm-hmm. But there was a vendor who said to us, and I feel bad if I did snap. They were like, you guys have been busy. You're everywhere. And I was like, I literally said, well, yeah, this is our escape. And I was like, literally, I wasn't like bothered, but I was just like, this is our way to breathe. Yeah. You know, like, because although when we talk about politics, we say it's social media algorithm, like it's in our face through that. We have coworkers. We work in an environment where we deal with people who are like social media, and we're just like, oh my God, I can't escape this, right? So I hope I didn't snap. I just wanted to portray that or emphasize that it's our escape. So yes, when I did the video and I'm like, go get some fucking hobbies because you're gonna need them. Learn how to fucking sew because guess what? When they lock us down and we have bug paste being delivered by Gates, you're gonna have to learn to re-sew your underwear, your clothes, because I don't know if you've seen videos circulating about a girl who's making fun of how, oh, do you want to buy, I'll buy the clothes, do you want the AI version or the non-AI? And she's like, I'll do the non-AI, and it's like $14,000. Oh, I'll take the AI. What's the difference? It has ads. Okay.
On the movie?
Yeah.
The movie
yeah. And she did one about clothes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we're going to be stuck with what's on our back.
Yeah. So
learn it. So go outside and breathe air while you still can before they drop the dome, if it's not another dome.
Because and it don't matter what political party you involve in.
No, they're all bad.
Because this is a uniparty. It's hierarchy. Yeah. It's us versus them. And they are loving what we are doing to each other right now. And even if anybody gets mad at us for this, or you listen to this, you're going to get pissed off. It's exactly
it's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
And they sleep really well at night.
Very well. Because they got all that Xanax.
Or the drugs from the cartel, all that stuff. But no one wants to fight about the cartel. But anyways, we hope you enjoyed our rant and our frustration. With just stupidity, because that's all it is.
And we're not going to keep going with ice, because I'm kind of over it now.
I am too. I think we just let out the little bit. I mean,
we said what we had to say.
Sometimes we just have too much logic that we just can't portray
make some videos mocking it, but I'm going to disarm with comedy because I'm tired of it being so serious.
It is. Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah, and I missed the story.
I didn't even talk about Project Flicker. Dang it, where ICE, they're where they basically busted a child pornography ring in the Pentagon in 2007, and then it was covered up.
Oh, and they keep,
because that's what ICE does. It battles trafficking.
There's been a lot of different things, but people don't want to believe it. The one thing I did forget to mention was actually I worked with someone who was illegal.
Yeah.
And they told me their story that when Obama, I think it was Obama or Biden, Obama was in office, I believe, that they were willing to turn themselves in because even by turning themselves in, they weren't going to get deported immediately because of due process. Which a
lot of these illegals do get.
Yeah.
They do get their time.
But the fact,
and the ones they're getting are final deportation orders. That's what they're going for.
She literally said, "I didn't want to be in fear of running from ICE and the government, so I turned myself in." And you know what they did? Worry about it.
I was gonna say, did she bond out and just live and then go do her hearing?
She did her hearing and she got her chance, and so I with all this fighting, people get out and they get a chance.
They bond out and then they have their hearing, because if they're not on a final deportation order because they're because of criminal activity, the ones like they got caught, they deported a citizen. No, they detained someone until they prove citizenship and then they released them back. Yeah. If they are from here, there's nowhere to deport them to, you dumbass. Yeah, but I don't know. I give up. With the ICE stuff. Doesn't matter.
So
algorithm wins.
That's the other thing. At what point should we just give up?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So make sure you go outside, get some sun before you lose the right to that.
Block the sun.
Yeah. Before they block it.
Black hole.
Go outside, get some sun, touch grass. Go get some hobbies. Okay, bye!